Hey everybody, happy Thursday. It's March the 9th today, and I've been asked by Lisa to come on here and give you some training on follow-up. So basically, let's start with what the purpose of follow-up is. So follow-up gives your prospects additional information about the product. It answers their questions and it collects some sort of a decision from them. If left to their own devices, let's be honest, people will do nothing. They will not do anything. If you don't talk to them, if you don't ask them, if you don't show them the products, if you don't talk to them about the business, they will do nothing. Even if they're really, really interested in joining or buying, lots of people will not come forward and come to you. You need to go to them. You don't want to pressure people, but you do want to ask them to buy. So for now, I just want to share some statistics. And basically, why follow-up is so important, because 2% of sales happen on the first contact, 3% of sales happen on the the second contact, 10% of sales are made on the fourth contact, 80% of sales are made between the fifth and the 12th contact. So that means 80% of the people that you talk to are not going to buy on the first, the second, the third, or the fourth time you talk to them. They will not buy until the 5th to the 12th time. So I guess one mistake that we see, I'm just reading some of my notes, sorry, that we see is that people try to sell their products as soon as they meet someone. You need to develop some sort of relationship with that person before you just go ahead and try and sell to them. People need to be exposed to something at least 4 to 8 times before they actually buy something. So if you're talking to somebody about the RNF business, they're not going to hop on right away. I mean, unless you get very, very lucky and they're very gung-ho, they're not going to jump on right away. So you want to make sure that you are consistently exposing them to it. A lot of ways that we do this, so we can do this through, Facebook, word of mouth, call or three-way calls, those type of things. If you're lucky, you would get basically 1 out of 100 person to buy your product on the spot. People are bombarded, nowadays with so many things going on. Think about it, how many emails do you get a day? How many text messages do you get a day? How many, other things do you get a day? Like how many emails a day? How many, Facebook messages do you get? How many newspaper ads do you see? How many things do you see on the TV? You are constantly bombarded by things live and on social media. So you need to, people need to have exposure to something multiple times so that they don't just forget about it. Let's think of something like, Coke or McDonald's or something like that. Their ads are everywhere. Everywhere you look, they're in magazines, they're on billboards, they are on bus benches, they're on the sides of buses, they are wherever you see them, they're on TV. Wherever you see them, you are being bombarded constantly, day in, day out, so that you don't forget about that product. That's kind of how you want to have exposure with your RNF products. Get it out there, have people see it, whether that's Instagram, whether that's Twitter, whether that's Facebook, however, mouth to mouth, whatever you do. So let's go basically on how do we follow up. Basically standardize your system. So I always like to talk to people first about it. I like to give a sample of it. That's probably my first introduction to the product. I like to talk to people about the business. Sometimes I will get them to listen to a call. I'll get them on a three-way. I'll invite them to an event. Make the system your own. Whatever you do, consistently do it so you're standardizing the same thing all the time. Give a facial. Follow up on that facial. Have them listen to a call. Follow up on that call. Invite them to some sort of event. Okay? Then develop a management system. So make a list. I like to use my own, I basically like to write out a ledger just because it makes more sense to me. Some people like to do it on Excel. Who your prospects are. Are they prospects for customers? Are they prospects for consultants? Put their phone number, their address if you have it. Put on there your date of first contact. Did you give them a mini facial? What's their second date of contact? Third, fourth, fifth. When is it going to be your next follow-up? Make yourself a system so that you have something to follow all the time. Then what I want you to do is choose your follow-up method. Do you like to do things by Facebook Messenger? Are you comfortable doing face-to-face? Do you phone people? Do you send them an email? And then set your frequency. How often are you going to follow up? Some people it takes 10 to 20 follow-ups. Other people it takes 5. Plan accordingly for each individual. and keep following up. Anytime something exciting happens, share with them. If you're doing incentives, share that with them. If you're doing a group event, share that with them. Tell them about the new products. Tell them about anything that you've learned about the existing products. People want to hear more and more about what the products, what the business is. Opportunities that are coming up. The Australia launch, that's huge for so many people. The new product that's coming out, our new serum, that's another one that's really big for it. But just remember, when you're following up, it doesn't have to always be about business. Make it other aspects of your life. I'll give you an example is that I actually met a woman through hockey about 3 years ago. Her child and mine played together. And, we said hi and bye and whatnot during hockey. We didn't talk too much. It wasn't a really cohesive team, but we met through there. And we ended up, I don't even remember, meeting somewhere down the road again through hockey again and whatnot. We were talking about business, and I was having an event at my house. And I had kind of heard that she sold 31 gifts. So I invited her over, and we had multi, markets, vendors there, and each of them brought something different to the table. But, she hadn't signed up as even a preferred customer at this point. So she came. I ended up, following up with her. We got together. She came to my party. Within a month, she was signing up as a PC. Within 2 months, she basically said, hey, I think I'm interested in actually joining you as a consultant. So things in her life has changed in the last 2 months. She changed a full job. Things, I just keep, and she said, I'm just not at the point in this of my life right now where I can just jump in as a consultant and give it my all. So she said, stay, and I said, I'll just keep in contact with you and we'll keep going. So I've invited her to live events. I've invited her to, we're doing another virtual event. I keep following up with her. And not just on that, I follow up with her, how's your new job? How's hockey going? Baseball starting for her family, all those things I keep following up, and I just keep in contact with her on a daily basis. Is it going to take me 2-3 months probably to get her to join? Absolutely. Did it take me 2-3 months to join? It actually took me 8. So, keep following up, keep working on, staying consistent with those people. So basically, you want to build your friendship with them. You want to take an interest in their dreams. What are their goals? What's their daily life? The stronger the friendship you have, the greater the bond that you will have for each other. You want to build their dream. You want to inspire people. You want to stimulate them so that they go after what they want. Find out what their dreams are and what their immediate goals are, and how can you help them get to those goals. The other thing you want to not forget about is following up with your existing customers and business partners. You're always looking at recruiting new. You're always looking at going for, the other people that are out there that you're looking to, gain some new preferred customers, new consultants. But don't forget about the ones that you have in business. They need, just simply contact them. It's extremely powerful in your MLM business. Ask them how they're doing, how they're getting along with their products. Ask them if they need anything. Ask them if they're having any problems. Ask them how you can help your business partners. How can they stick with their goals, their targets? What can we do? That's not meaning that you need to drag them along with you. If they don't want to come along with the business, and I always, Lisa told me this way back when, that she said, I'm not going to be here to drag you along. You have to pull yourself along. I will be here to help you, but I'm not going to drag you. And I think that's really important to remember, when you're focusing on your consultants and how do you get them ahead. If they're willing to do the work and move ahead with you, they will. If they don't want to do the extra work, they're going to fall behind. And, they may just need additional coaching, but they also, as consultants, need to reach out to you as well. Keep on adding value, offering guidance, offering help if you can. And just finally remember, final thing, that timing is everything. As Taylor Guest said, be relentless with your activity, but be patient with your results. Keep working day after day. Follow up, follow up, follow up, and the results will come. Those people will sign up. Those people will, start to look at your business. They may have just been preferred customers before, and they might start saying, hey, you know what? This woman actually knows something. This woman's doing really well. This woman has value in what she does. So keep following up, and don't give up on this business. It's really good. You guys will be making it from newbie to 2B in no time. Just keep building those teams, and good luck with everything. I'm going to post a challenge tomorrow for all of you, so stay tuned for tomorrow, and I hope you guys all have a great Thursday. Thanks so much for joining me. Have a good night. Bye-bye.